So the program was that those districts or areas that do not have a district hospital are those that in Agenda 111 are capture all. And no, and it's in the no chance baby. So there are plenty of places district hospital or but when we are the places where there are no district hospitals and we're determined. I'm still 2 years away from completing my term.
Good.
Whatever can be done to make sure that by the time I go, virtually all of them, if not a substantial number of them, and also a the same time, I'm sure a huge amount of work would have been done. Apart from that, there were other big hospital projects were sent to Memo.
Good.
There's a regional hospital at Sevilla, 250 bed hospital, which, God willing, the first quarter of next year, I'll commission it.
First quarter next year?
Yeah. The hospital basically is finished.
I see.
They're now looking to connect electricity and stuff to the
First quarter next year?
Yeah. Sevilla, a ferry, a military hospital. 500 bed hospital.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
And where are Konongo there now?
Where are Konongo there now?
Beautiful.
Wow. Now, a ferry so there no 500 bed military hospital. And also, I'm hoping that next year.
Next year?
Yeah. And you have Fomena na Kumawu district hospitals in the area. So in Ashanti, there are 33 hospital projects.
33?
Yeah, including.
Yeah,
that's hospital projects. Yeah.
102.9 FM. The pride of Ashanti.
There's a performer catch up and me buy me area Ashanti. So could I say that?
No. And what
yeah.
Politics.
Now what they buy they don't want to be. What they buy they you want to be.
Say 1 million hospitals. If you are some interchanges. You who back okra.
Yeah. Interchanges are here. They can confirm to you. We had a series of discussions about it and decided that we have no option but to cash in on our membership of this fund to see what the fund can do to help us in the short run overcome some of these problems. But because of the difficulties there were in being able to guarantee the credibility of your budget, going to the market to borrow money also became a difficulty for us because people are lending you money. They want to see, say, it's kind of more the fundamental. We seek a some new there be Ghana say there be a corner. It is seek a bad day. So here we are in this situation. How do we get out of it? And what is it that we need to do to be able to come out on the other side?
Good.
It's very easy for people to say it's mismanagement. I don't accept that criticism. Yes, because the reasons why we got into where we got had very little to do with the Ghanaian economy.
Good.
The way it was being managed had everything to do with the economists call exogenous factors, things to do that came from the outside. In fact, IMF Fokra, when the first or second assessments they made, they confirmed that statement. They made the statement that
COVID and Ukraine war.
Yeah, that it was these factors in summer brain. So that is it. It was a difficult decision to take, but I think that when you are in the chair, like I am now, you cannot just be wanting to take easy decisions which are going to compromise the welfare of your people down the line. You're required sometimes, in fact many times, to grit your teeth and say yes, Addo,
we take a whole responsibility, say Yakupimo IMF.
Of course I do. It's my government and I'm the head of the government. I take full responsibility for it. But I believe Sekasa, the negotiations that are ongoing, which I'm hoping very strongly that by the middle of November, a month from now, those negotiations will be over. We're going to come to do a budget to the country in the middle of November. I'm hoping that the IMF negotiations will be over, at least substantially. So we will have a clear idea of the elements of the agreement with the fund, which hopefully will be able to feed into the budget.
Good.
And have that drive our budgetary projections for the next year and the year.
The Ben will be a free epic. No?
Yeah, but if you IMF,
IMF. The Ben will be a free IMF. Now, for that, Mayana, a DD coin, so cheap in your more. Asante Memo. The Ben will be free IMF. Be a free IMF. What do you
program?
The be a free
program in 1 year. They say Washington.
Okay.
Yeah, Finance Minister Nyampa Obeba Kwesiade. So last week here, IMF annual meetings are 1 year. Now this week, is to re-engage the fund on the Ghana negotiations. Yampa by Sunday, Nuaba.
Good.
About so on Monday, Tuesday, over mommy briefing. And no bet say exactly what is the program. Yeah, the IMF wire. But we're looking for a program which will give us significant relief as far as support for our balance of payments are concerned. Not just the IMF, but there are other important sovereign funds and so on.
Good.
Yampa, we can, once we have, if you like, the certificate from the IMF that they believe your debt management will be in order. Now, and also, so the Marco for so about the boy, Emma, HB.
Well, Finance Minister.
I can't say to you today when we'll get it. But clearly, for me, my hope would be that we would have a program of fiscal adjustment.
Okay.
That will take us through most of the immediate budget, but then will put us in a position in 2024 to begin the recovery and the growth.
Good.
Because the economy it cannot be just a question of fiscal adjustment. It has to grow, because it's the only way you're going to be able to finance Ghana for pay say economy and grow up. You don't have the money to do the Sademano. It's this is the way.
Nyankopon ya adoma unfie kakra kai ebesono. Would you be free IMF and son?
That is my hope. That is my hope. That is my hope. This is my hope. But as I say, I don't want to make any commitments on it right now, because I'm getting daily briefings from Washington on how the negotiations are, but it has not been concluded.
Good.
I can't maybe why I say and sir, Finance Minister Beba Tesemeke, Yampa Beba Kosiade, Oba and beach me. Also, man so baby, IMF program Ghana is the most transparent process any government has done with an IMF program.
I see.
The most transparent.
That transparent.
First of all, the public engagement. Secondly, stakeholders. Widespread consultations with Parliament, with civil society, with all the stakeholders of the formal stakeholders of the Ghanaian population. And on top of it is also the public discussion. At the end of the day, democracy is about public opinion. You want to make sure the government is acting in response to public opinion. Not that because you've elected somebody, he can go on a trajectory all of his own. I'm not focusing on
good.
It's the air cost in also
to form now
the cost and also so chimiabwa na the process I'm making 2015